You know, if you're having a challenge in your business relationships, then you need to have a look at how you're managing them effectively, because chances are I guess a lot of us feel that it's our right to have our business relationships just tick along without having to sow into those relationships. I mean, if you think of the analogy of a marriage, imagine if you didn't add any value into that other person or spend any quality time with them and didn't appreciate them for who they were. How long would you expect the harmony in that relationship to last? And so business partnerships are very much based on that mutual foundation. You know, understanding each other and what each other's value set is, and being sure that you're topping up the emotional bank accounts on both sides. I've seen a lot of business partnerships when one person is doing a lot of the topping up and the other person is draining very quickly, and the challenge can happen is that the person that's draining isn't actually keeping any of that energy. It's because they haven't actually learned how to empower themselves to hold any energy, and so therefore every time they come into connection, they're like an empty sponge that needs filling up before they can perform. And if that's the case in your business relationship, that either you're the one topping up or you're the one that's ringing out, then it's important to acknowledge that as soon as possible and get some help. I mean, nobody learns this stuff innately. We have to learn it from the teachers that have gone before us. And I spend a lot of time understanding energy flow and working in partnerships and turning up in a consistent manner. I think the number one thing is to become low maintenance in a business relationship, where if you can be consistent, completely transparent, but also consistent in the manner in which you do business. So if somebody expects you to turn up and to achieve a task, to be accountable to that person and build that trust. Ultimately, trust is what is a critical issue within building relationships, and transparency will build trust. And so allow that person to see the other sides of you, your fears, your challenges, your concerns, and then they'll be coming at it from the same angle. If we're all wearing masks and pretending like everything's good and sending out letters from our lawyers, then of course there's going to be more resistance. So it's just recognising where you're starting from and where you want to go to, because sometimes business partnerships dissolve and fade away just like marriages. And so it's keeping I guess a realistic perspective on what the intention of the relationship was in the beginning, and has that intention been met, or are you recognising that on a weekly basis? This is our intention, how are we going, how are we tracking?